Hi, I'm Ryan. Welcome to Goose River Farm. All right, this is my flock. These are working birds. They don't just get a free ride because they are here making all of the compost that we are going to use on the garden, on the farm in the future. I myself am allergic to eggs, so the only benefit I get from these birds, other than a little bit of entertainment, is the rich black compost that they're slowly making. We get free wood chips dropped off here by a local arborist who just needs a place to take his chipped trees, so the birds get those, or we use them to mulch the garden or make some pathways, on top of a little bit of hay swept up at my other part-time job. Mix all that good stuff together into all of our compost bays over here. And yeah, I made the compost bays right beside the chicken run because I wanted to have very short wheelbarrow trips full of composted chicken manure. So I've made just simple compost bays out of pallets, fronted with some more of that plastic lattice fencing or some chicken wire just to kind of keep everything in, because to really get a good hot compost pile you need a minimum space of 3 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet cubed. So these two are a little bit low. They've actually shrunk since I started to make them, but the two on either end here, which are just full up of beautiful scratch and trimmings from the chicken run, got up to a nice about 120 degrees Fahrenheit. So we'll probably have to turn those at least once more before we can safely use them in the garden. Chicken compost, although great for the garden, is manure, so you want to make sure that it is finished so any dangerous pathogens don't transfer over to your garden. YouTube's all about entertainment. Half learning and half laughing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is my chicken tractor. It doesn't look like much of a tractor and it doesn't have wheels, but I convinced my birds to hop on into this little contraption, and then I dragged them around the yard so that they can get a little time pecking away on the grass for some bugs and slugs without me worrying about them taking off into the forest and getting ate by something else. We've got the tarp over top to protect them from the rain, and also just to kind of keep them out of view of the overhead predators. We've got a lot of eagles and ospreys and owls that have actually come to the coop and tried to make a challenge on them. So yeah, that keeps them protected from that, keeps them from wanting to jump out and just tear around the yard as well. But they're usually pretty content just to stay in there, and I'll take them somewhere and they'll peck around for a bit, drag them a couple of feet, and yeah, it's a good chance for them to either chase after the bugs or fertilize an area that I might want to plant in the future. Alright, so as you can see, they are very food motivated. This one's in already. One of them went in already. She knows the score. Found the gap in the fence. So yeah, just throw a little bit of chicken scratch in there. I usually use this other one just to kind of herd them on in, and we'll get a handful in. Henry always comes along for the ride, usually convinces about 4 or 5 of his girls to come with him, and the rest of them will just stay in the run and enjoy a little bit more elbow room while half of the flock takes off for the day. Been working them around that patch lately to try and get any slug eggs and stuff before we go planting in there. Yeah, and they just kind of walk along, get shuffled by the little fence at the back. Real easy way to mow the lawn, if you don't mind a few little droppings here and there. But yeah, they love it. Just find some fresh grass, peck and scratch, and if they seem a little bit bored with the space, then just give them a little something to search for.